Well, good morning, everyone. Time to rise and shine. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. We have a lot to get to on this Friday morning, but we're starting things off with a look at the weather forecast. Thomas Patrick always gives you more every single morning with the forecast. But Thomas, this morning, sounds like you're giving more degrees in temperature because it's going to be like mid 70s, right?
Yeah, just keep stacking them up like Jenga blocks at this point. Yeah, it is just continuously being warm out there, especially for the afternoon hours. I mean, first thing in the morning where it is, just an hour past sunrise or so, still a little bit cool. It is October after all, but even 46 degrees is above average temperature-wise. Our average is 38 for this time of year. That's right, 38 should be the average low temperature. We haven't even been close to that so far this entire fall. So 46 in calm conditions is just okay for Spokane first thing in the morning. A little bit cooler out of Deer Park at 36, but even that is up 4 degrees from an hour ago. Still at 34 in Sandpoint and a little cooler over central Washington. I did see some 30s in Moses Lake earlier on this morning, but the sunshine already starting to warm us up from here on out. So we're going to see another steep climb through the morning hours, probably getting up to about 65 for noon, and then the low to mid 70s by the afternoon hours as we continue this pace of 70-degree temperatures through this entire month. Every single day in the 70s in October, that is not something you would expect us to hear in Spokane, but that continues to be the case. For this weekend, make sure to make your outdoor plans because it's going to be another awesome pair of days.
Former Spokane police officer Nathan Nash will now spend 14 years to life in prison for raping 2 women.
A jury convicted Nash of second and third degree rape in August. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley has covered this case for months and had the only camera in the courtroom yesterday as he was sentenced. She has more on what's next for the former police officer.
The judge said he decided to give Nathan Nash the high end of the sentencing range, partly because he used his position of authority and trust as a police officer to take advantage of the 2 victims. In court, one of the victims read her impact statement to the judge. She told me she agreed to being filmed on camera because this was a step that she wanted to take in moving forward.
There's a part of me that I won't be able to get back because you stole it from me. But starting today, right now, I am rising out of the ashes and becoming a survivor and taking back my life.
Nash does plan to file an appeal on this case, and he has 30 days to do so. Meantime, he is expected back in court for the official misconduct charge associated with this case. Trial is expected to start in December. Reporting from the Spokane County Courthouse, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
This morning, an investigation is underway to try to find out what led Spokane County deputies to shoot and kill a person late Wednesday night. We first brought you this story as breaking news here on Up with KREM. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says a man reported a person with a gun pointing a pistol at his head and threatening to kill him. The victim says the person fired a shot but did not hit him. The person then drove away and ended up in Stevens County. Neighbors reported the gunman firing shots in a neighborhood and tried to get away from law enforcement during a dangerous standoff.
Shock. Typically, we don't really have standoffs and SWAT teams out in our area, so it was just a whole different experience.
Well, drone footage found the person hiding in a wooded area. Then 2 SWAT team members shot and killed the armed suspect. The Spokane Independent Investigative Response Team will take over the investigation.
8:05 on the dot. Let's take a look at your morning rush. More news in less time. 2 people have been arrested for the murder of an 18-year-old from Wenatchee. Yair Flores was killed back in August. On Monday, law enforcement arrested 19-year-old Markael Ford, and on Tuesday, they arrested 27-year-old Javier Valdez, both in connection to the murder. Well, this morning, 2 people are dead and 1 seriously injured after a multi-car crash in Nez Perce County last night. A Ford pickup truck was traveling southbound on US 95 when it swerved into this northbound lane and hit a semi-truck. The Ford pickup then hit a second truck, a Chevy. Now, the driver and the front passenger of that Chevy died at the scene. The rear passenger was taken by air to a local hospital. The driver of the Ford and the semi-truck were both unharmed. Well, a hunter from Washington survived an attack from a massive grizzly bear in Montana. A nearly 700-pound grizzly attacked the 51-year-old Washington resident who was bird hunting with his wife. The bear charged out of the bushes, knocking the hunter over and stepping on him. The hunter then fired 2 separate guns at the animal, wounding the bear and causing it to run away. The hunter did not suffer any life-threatening injuries. However, wildlife officials had to euthanize the bear due to its injuries. Well, take a look at your screen right now. Stadium Way and Grimes Way in Pullman flooded yesterday afternoon. You can see just how high that water is from that video. Now, Washington State University police say that all of this flooding was actually caused by a water main break. Grimes Way was closed from Lincoln to Stadium Way, but after several hours, that road was able to reopen. And that's a look at your morning rush.
On the verge of elimination now, the Seattle Mariners are looking forward to the challenge that lies ahead for them this weekend.
That's right. The Imps just need 2 wins at T-Mobile Park to force a Game 5 back in Houston against the Astros. KREM 2 Sports Director Travis Green is breaking down yesterday's heartbreaking loss and telling us how a win won't come easy.
Game 1 of the ALDS was one the Mariners would like to forget. A 7-3 lead vanished in the final 2 innings, resulting in a walk-off loss. Yesterday, Game 2, the Mariners looking to bounce back with their ace, Luis Castillo, on the mound. Castillo was marvelous in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series against the Blue Jays, 7 scoreless innings. This one, though, he was great again, with just like a few pitches back. This one of those pitches. Bottom of the second, Kyle Tucker, a moonshot solo homer to right field. Houston takes a quick 1-zip lead. Top of the 4th, Imms getting on the board. A pair of runners in scoring position. Carlos Santana with a little squibber here. Framber Valdez will wind up fielding and firing home. Ball gets away, though. Eugenio Suarez scoring to tie the game up. However, Santana would get caught up in a rundown and get tagged out. Looking back, that hurts. It made it 2 outs in the inning. Next batter, though, Dylan Moore. Moore going up the middle and finding some grass. Come on down, Mitch Haniger. Mariners take a 2-1 lead. But like deja vu, Yordan Alvarez would change that in the bottom of the 6th. Castillo was rolling at this point, giving up just 3 hits, but here's hit number 4, and it hurts. Alvarez, Oppo Taco, 2-run blast. That ball was a few inches off the plate. Alvarez is just in the zone, guys. That's all you can say. Astros take the lead back 3-2. They would add a little cushion onto that in the 8th. Alex Bregman, an RBI knock, and that was all she wrote. The Astros take Game 2, 4-2, and now the Mariners 1 loss away from being eliminated in the best-of-5 series. Here's manager Scott Service on Alvarez's homer and looking forward to Game 3.
You know, you have to give the player credit. It's not like he threw a ball right down the middle. He threw a ball 3-4 inches off the plate, and he hits a home run the opposite field. He's that kind of talent. Again, you have to tip your cap when players are going that hot. I thought we had a really good game plan. You know, he beat us. That happens. We have played very good baseball. I do know how hard it is to win on the road, and it'll be very hard for them to win in Seattle. I will tell you that, because I know what it's going to be like when our crowd gets going on Saturday night.
Game 3 will be on Saturday in Seattle. First pitch is set for 1:07 p.m. The Mariners will now have to win 3 games in a row to keep their playoff hopes alive.
The Bloomsday race director parts ways with the organization. In the next 3 minutes, the shakeup at the beloved Spokane tradition. And it is time for your wake-up call. The holiday season is right around the corner, so we want to know, when do you begin your holiday shopping? You drive the conversation on this show, and so many people are writing in. Some people telling us they like to buy things early. Some people saying at farmers markets. I do my holiday shopping with my checkbook. All of the kids and grandkids live in California, so yeah, you got to start a little bit early.
Yeah, for sure. I like that. I take a check for holiday gift.
Yeah,
anytime.
Yeah. You can use the hashtag #UpWithKrem on social media also. And then coming up in our next half hour, we look into why stores are starting the holiday season so early.